so much for being here.
Thank you, Brian. It's always great to be with you.
Oh, it's always great for you to have you here on our show again. So tell us about the powwow. Let's get started with that.
Well, once again, as fall approaches, we're excited to be heading out to Country Park September 19th through the 21st for our 48th annual Native American Powwow, sponsored by Guilford Native American Association. We are particularly excited this year as we are also celebrating the 50th anniversary of our organization here in the Guilford and surrounding area.
Wow, that's a long time, 50 years.
It really is. It's making me feel rather old these days. I was 12 years old when the organization was started in 1975, and it's been, like a part of the family, and it's really exciting. We will be capping off the year December 13th with a 50th anniversary gala, and we're really excited about all that we've got in store for that evening.
Yeah, that's really, because there's a lot of preparation that people don't realize goes into this.
Oh, it's a year-long planning. It's like most big events. Our powwow is one of the oldest cultural dance festivals in the city of Greensboro, and we won't say, you never say you've perfected it, but with the support of a lot of volunteers, a lot of sponsors, just a fantastic powwow committee, and support from our staff and board and community, somehow we grow our powwow every year, and this year is no different. This year we will have two host MCs, Mr. Keith Colston coming in from Baltimore, Maryland, and Mr. J.D. Moore coming from Robeson County. And we have two invited drum groups, the Zotai Singers traveling from Washington, D.C., and Scuffletown Society Singers from Robeson County. And then, of course, other drums will be coming in to compete all weekend for prize money and to host honorings. And this year, as part of our 50th anniversary celebration, we will be hosting an honoring, a special as we call it, for our community here in the Guilford area. And we're encouraging everyone who has ever been impacted by the agency over the past 50 years, to take some time next weekend and come out and join us for some real special honorings and the celebration.
Oh, that's awesome. Can you tell, so you talked about the drums, and of course you have to enter for these competitions too, and there's guidelines you have to hit too.
Yes, absolutely. So we have what we refer to as intertribals, where we invite anyone who, has a respect for the circle and understanding of our culture to come in and dance with us. We share our culture. All of the 8 tribes and the 4 urban centers host an annual powwow, and powwows are taking place all over the country every weekend until the cold weather sets in, and then they move inside. So we will have dancers traveling and drum groups from all over the southeastern United States. We have arts and crafts vendors that will be here from Arizona and from New Mexico and from New York and Florida, as well as from all over North Carolina and the Southeast. So it's a wonderful opportunity to come see this living heritage as our artists will demonstrate their work, whether it be beadwork, silver, pottery, basketry, and they love to engage with people. It's an opportunity to get a little education, but have a lot of fun. It's very family oriented, and we just couldn't do this without the support of the city of Greensboro, Country Park and their staff, who are phenomenal to work with every year, and just a host of sponsors who see the value in what we're doing and year after year come out and support us.
Mhm. Yeah, it really is a beautiful thing. I mean, there's a lot of different vendors, a lot of creativity. Um,
And this year, I want to mention one thing. We're particularly excited in recognition of the America 250 celebration. We will have Mr. Jamie Oxendine, who's a member of the Lumbee tribe, who will be demonstrating and will actually set up an encampment from the time period of the Guilford battle, and he will also be back later in the year as part of the reenactment that will be held, by the city of Greensboro later in the fall. And so we're really excited about that. It's an opportunity to go through the camp, and he will, give you an overview of just how things were, and everything is authentic, including his regalia from that time period. So that's a special treat that we'll offer this year. And one of the biggest exciting announcements we have is just this past Saturday here at the Cultural Center, we hosted our Miss Guilford Native Princess Pageant. And we, since 1979, have hosted a pageant, but in the past recent years had taken a break, and a lot of folks were really excited about bringing it back, so especially in honor of our 50th anniversary. So we are so excited. We had beautiful contestants, and I'm happy to announce that Miss Caden Lowry, who is a member of the Coharie tribe and a student here at Guilford Tech, who grew up here, has grown up here in our community and been a very active participant in our culture class and the Guilford County Indian Education Program, attending state and national leadership programs, and she was crowned on Saturday night as our new 2025-26 Miss Guilford Native American Association Princess. And we will hold the official crowning on Saturday during the powwow.
and you talked about Mr. Oxendine doing the time period encampment. Can you tell us about the importance of people coming and seeing that and being up close personal with it?
Well, so often in different periods of our history, as history has told us for generations, the indigenous story hasn't really been portrayed, and if it has, most often it leaves a lot out, and accuracy, is so important in telling our story, and so this is a piece of our history that Guilford, what is today Guilford County, and the residents of Guilford County, understand about the historical part of the battle that was fought here. And so as we reflect on that and other periods 250 years ago, this is an opportunity for us to tell our piece of that story, of that history, and it's living in terms of having that encampment there, and it's hands-on and conversations to be had. So it's a wonderful educational tool also for us.
That's awesome. It's great to be. It's it's humbling, really, to see how far we've come, and how people lived before, all that stuff.
Oh, absolutely. We all have the opportunity to learn from one another, and that's what our powwow and really all of the events that we host open to the public. It's an opportunity to grow in our own personal development through understanding of other cultures, and so it's really exciting. We're always, just over the moon, truly, when powwow season rolls around. And this coming weekend, it kicks off in North Carolina with the Coharie Tribes powwow down in Clinton, North Carolina. and folks travel the powwow circuit from all over the country, the vendors and the dancers and with their families. Many of their children are homeschooled. This is a way of life that a lot of people, aren't aware even exists.
And do you communicate with the other powwows, and so you're all not hitting the same weekend?
Oh, absolutely. It's I've always referred to as an unwritten agreement, understanding, particularly with the 8 recognized tribes in North Carolina and the 4 urban Indian centers like Guilford Native. Our powwows have been going on. Ours is 48 years. I know the Kahari is 50 some years, so we really encourage folks not to, schedule anything major, particularly a big powwow during those times. And it's supported. That's something that we respect. And we communicate with one another. We share information. We're not competing. It's an opportunity for all of us to grow together, actually.
Yeah, things that you've learned that have maybe worked or
Oh,
not
absolutely.
worked for, hey, here's what worked for us. Maybe,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And like we've, and part of our head staff this year is our arena director who has chaired the Lumbee Powwow over the years. So, we have a healthy respect for one another and what everybody brings to the table.
Because I'm sure there's one that makes sort of an individual something that makes every powwow special, but I'm sure you travel and see what everybody else is
I mean,
doing.
we are, it's kind of honoring some of the old ways too, and the way we work together. For example, the tribes like the Lumbee, they host big prize money. They have the access to a lot of funding as opposed to our smaller urban center. But the nice thing about it is that if they're bringing a drum group in from the West Coast, and it's a group that we'd like to also bring in, their powwow is the following weekend after ours, then we work together to help lift, make it feasible for us to do that. We schedule school performances during the days that they are finishing our powwow and traveling, waiting for the next weekend. So it's a way to win-win for everybody. Groups from all over the country and Canada love to come travel to North Carolina this time of the year. So you'll see that this year at our powwow as well.
Mm-hmm. And you have volunteers? Do you still have a need for volunteers?
We do. You can visit our website at www.guilfordnative.com and find the volunteer drop down on our menu. It's not too late to sign up. We have so many folks that it's amazing. We were just recently reviewing the list, and we have so many folks that come back year after year and work all 3 days. You do get free admission if you work up to 3 hours. We provide refreshments for our volunteers and really try to take care of you while you're out at the powwow. And it's a great opportunity to engage with Native people from our community and get to have that one-on-one conversation and help a great cause, help support a really good effort. We can't do it without our volunteers. And we particularly, I'd really like to thank Dr. Laura Pipe at UNC Greensboro and her students. For years they have been volunteering and really make a difference with our 3-day event. As you can imagine, it requires a lot of volunteer effort. So if you'd like to do that, or you can visit our Facebook page at Guilford Native American Association, and we have a volunteer poster up with more information.
Cool. Okay, you're still taking drum and dancer intakes?
So you can register at the powwow. There's a process that you have to go through for registration, and to get your number, your dancer or drum number, and that information can also be found on our website and Facebook page. We anticipate a lot of folks coming in to compete, so the earlier you can get there to get your registration taken care of, the more time you'll have to prepare. Grand entry opens up at 6 o'clock Friday evening, the 19th, and then again, grand entry begins on Saturday at 12 noon. The gates open at 10 o'clock on Saturday, and the first grand entry, which is the formal opening of the powwow itself. And then again at 7 o'clock p.m. Saturday evening.
I was going to say the grand entries are really, that is like the most awesome part of the whole thing.
It's absolutely fabulous. The one thing I've noticed over the last recent years is folks are coming earlier and earlier to make sure they have a seat where they can witness the grand entry. It's a beautiful pageantry of our babies, the little ones, to our elders, to our veterans, as that's the very first thing we do, is recognize those people, those individuals of all backgrounds who have fought and laid down their lives for our country. And that's standard at any Indigenous powwow throughout the United States and Canada. And so it's just an exquisite opportunity to see the dancers come in by their dance category. The elders of our community lead the way, the veterans carrying in the flags. Miss Guilford Native will be part of that this year. Our head dancers, Mr. Yona Locklear, who we are so proud of, again, referencing our young and the importance of raising them within their culture. Yona has been dancing as long as he could walk, and he has grown up here in our community. He now sings with the Triad Boys drum group, a local drum that we have in our community, and he has been honored by Guilford Native as our head man dancer this year. He will lead the dancers in, and serving alongside of him is Miss Paige Freeman, who is our current reigning Miss Indian North Carolina, and she is a beautiful young lady with an incredible platform, and we're so excited to have her joining us this year in that leadership role. And it's just something that you really have to witness to understand the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm. And on another note, you have November, first Friday here at the Cultural Center is going to be Native American.
Yes, and November has been dedicated both statewide and nationally as Native American Heritage Month. And in honor and celebration of that, the first Friday will be November the 6th. All of the vendors, the arts and crafts vendors, there will be Native-owned businesses here in the Cultural Center, along with in our Native American Gallery, the exhibit Footsteps in the Fire, a beautiful exhibit by a young lady whose grandmother, Brenda Silva, is our gallery assistant, and she is in college in Connecticut. Maiki is just incredibly talented. We will have her exhibit on display. We will be hosting a Native American contemporary and traditional fashion show, and we will have hand drum performers as well as traditional dance performances taking place. So we encourage everyone to come out Friday, November the 6th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Greensboro Cultural Center, where we will celebrate First Friday and Native American Heritage Month.
Okay, cool. That's amazing. Yeah, right here at the Cultural Center. And these First Fridays are pretty awesome. I love the one where I believe it was her we saw speak upstairs and the Triad Boys were there too.
Yes,
and
correct.
that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And the MC that night. He brought him. He liked him so much. He brought him out onto the stage, and he called him out. And he said, "Y'all need to play something." He's like, "Come here." He's like, "We've been listening to you. We need to have y'all out here."
Yeah, that and you captured that. I remember.
Josephus,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Josephus, and
Yeah, he did a
it
great
was
job.
open mic, and that's one of the beautiful things about First Friday is it's so inviting for audience participation, and the Triad Boys had performed inside, and we often see the powwow drum where they're seated around a big drum and they, sing their songs. But this was a first for a lot of folks seeing the hand drums as they each hand drummed and sang a particular song inside the gallery. So they were caught a little off guard, and believe it or not, these guys are all over the powwow circuit, but they were a little shy and surprised, when he asked if they would perform out in the atrium, and the audience just received them so well, and it was wonderful that they had that engagement and interaction and could share a little bit more, of that traditional instrument in those songs. So yes, they'll be there. Some of them actually will be competing during the powwow on one of the drums. So they do multiple duty as dancers and singers.
Yeah, it's crazy because they make it look so easy.
Oh, absolutely. And one thing I want to mention is so often we're asked, are the words, are those authentic words? Is that a language? And absolutely, it is. And these are songs that have been passed down through generations, thousands of years, and so as you can imagine, the importance of retaining these songs is critical. And again, in the urban community. So as part of our cultural class on Tuesday night, the Triad Boys sing and drum for our children, and they also invite the fathers and the sons to sit at the drum, and the ladies are invited to learn songs as well. So that's really exciting.
And I was just thinking, just all the work that goes into keeping things as traditional as you possibly can. From the dress to the lyrics that you had talked about.
Oh yeah.
It's just a lot of it. When you watch it, it just kind of happens.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
well,
it's easy for me to,
Oh yeah. Well, it's fascinating. Even myself at 12. Part of the first youth group at Guilford Native, and we started dancing. Powwow is more recent. In North Carolina, the powwows are only as recent as the early 70s. Mm-hmm. So it's a more contemporary, when we talk about the powwows. But we didn't. There weren't a lot of people doing it, and particularly not in the urban area. And we were blessed to have a lady, Miss Dot Ingram, who was a member of the Cheyenne tribe and lived here in Greensboro. And when our center opened, she found us and just embraced us. And my first outfit, along with all of the kids for years, she assisted me in making. And then we brought in folks from the tribal communities to help teach the children. So being a part of that early group of dancers, I'm still fascinated at the passion that our young people still have, and that we as elders now are continuing to keep it going in its truest form. And we work hard to do that. We write grants to get monies to be able to bring special community and tribal people in, and cultural people in to teach our children. And every Tuesday night, our children get the best instruction possible. And we're blessed to have that kind of talent. And what's really exciting is all of these young people that have grown up since 1975, who are now grandparents and parents, they are giving back. They are our instructors. They are sitting at the drum, because as the Triad Boys told me, Miss Jennifer, we don't want to be compensated because Guilford Native taught us. Guilford Native raised us in the powwow circle. Guilford Native made our first regalia, and we want to give back now that we're parents as well. So that's part of keeping that tradition intact.
Yeah, and that's important too. And,
Absolutely.
And the MC, I will say, I give credit to the MC because he does a great job of explaining everything.
And that's so important. I mean, you know, you'd feel like you're on another planet if you went to a festival, no matter how beautiful what you're viewing, if you didn't have someone verbalizing and with that passion and clear understanding of what's taking place. And it's a fun education, you know, experience, you know. But we are really blessed to have the kind of support we do this year, that we've been able to once again grow the powwow with 2 host drums. And also I want to mention Alexis Rihanna. We are so excited once again to have Miss Alexis Rihanna, who's a member of the Lumbee tribe, who will be returning with us this year. We have from 5 to 7 p.m. on Saturday evening is our dinner break for the drums and for the dancers. So while we're hosting a dinner for them, Alexis will present a 2-hour musical concert there on site in the arena. You can bring your you know, outdoor chair, a blanket. We have plenty of seating, and it's just a beautiful addition to our powwow to be able to support and bring in this incredibly talented contemporary Native artist. And Alexis has performed all over the country and in other countries. She was on American Idol, just a beautiful young lady who represents all of us here in North Carolina in the best way possible. And we're also excited to announce that she will be featured this coming weekend at the North Carolina Folk Festival here in Greensboro as one of the featured performers. So go out and check her out. She's incredibly talented, and then she'll be returning to be with us the following weekend, the 20th, at our powwow. And we also have attending the North Carolina Folk Festival, Creative Native, one of the best all-around Native American artists. It's a family of children, grandchildren, and the grandparents who are incredibly talented Native Lumbee artists from our community who will be one of the featured visual vendors and set up selling their crafts, everything from jewelry to wood carvings and regalia, ribbon skirts, and everything in between. So we've got a lot going on this time of year.
Jennifer, this has been great. This half hour has gone, just flown by. I wish I could have you on for hours. September 19th through the 21st, it's going to be at Country Park. You park in that big parking lot, you walk a little bit,
That's
you
right.
have shuttle services.
Absolutely. Handicapped folks are welcome to drive on down straight to the arena, and you don't have far at all to walk. We also have a special tent for our elders and anyone needing close view for you to sit right by the arena.
Thank you so much for being on. And,
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure.
Oh, yeah, we love having you. Come on back.
I will.
Thank you for watching our program.